To start, this should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss.
The Bronze Bomber. The Galveston Giant.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuskegee.
These two have certainly talked. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. The left hook scores. Good-looking jab. Oh, and he caught him with a left hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
There's a counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just misses with that jab. No rest for the weary. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. And there's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
These punches coming from every angle. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He just misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? The jab doesn't quite connect. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You'd like to see more jabs. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. And forth they go. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance.
Back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swing and a miss for that jab. Men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without it.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
courage on display here is incredible. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice job slipping that left uppercut. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't...
And there's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Just missing with the uppercut. The perfect counter lands. They both want a knockout, you can tell. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can we do?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Fighter willing to slow down. Trying to land that jab. It's all offense all the time. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we're entering. Here comes round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he'll catch you.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A perfect counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about wild. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Which fighter will say no mas? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. He missed with that jab. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.